some point back in '89 in the pouring rain. Coming back from festival on a Coleman camp show in the pouring rain. Words of similar birds talking on a limb, birds in the wind, landing in the snow, blinded by this mountain tops. In the house of yesterday, we were looking for tomorrow. Ate some man, made some man. Back in '89, in the pouring rain. Coming back to festival on a Coleman camp show in the pouring rain. Had some span back in '89, in the pouring rain. Coming back to festival on a Coleman camp show in the pouring rain. Words of a similar verse, walking on a limb, birds in the wind, landing in the sunlight by the mist, on a misty mountain top. In the house of yesterday, we were looking for tomorrow. At some point, we ate some back in '89 in the pouring rain. Coming back to the festival on the Coleman camp show in the pouring rain. At some point, we ate something back in '89 in the pouring rain. Coming back to the festival on the Coleman camp show in the pouring rain. Words of a similar talking on a limb, birds in the wind, birds in the wind, landing on the snow, blinded by the mist. On the mountain tops, in a house of yesterday. We were looking for tomorrow. At some point, we ate something back in '89 in the pouring rain. Coming back to festival on a Coleman camp show in the pouring rain. At some point back in '89 in the pouring rain. Coming back from the festival camp show in the pouring rain. Words of a similar bird talking on a limb, birds in the wind, landing in the zone, blinded by the mist. So, how is everyone? Well, watched Voyage home, and I've watched it probably in the last couple weeks, 3 weeks. I've probably watched it 3 or 4 times. Remember the original bridge, and from the Search for Spock, and then the bridge in The Voyage Home. And if I remember correctly, it showed them at the very tail end. Actually, it did look a little different at the very tail end, too, just a little bit. But mostly in the Voyage, I got screenshots I'll show here in a minute. Yeah, and I am, it is late. It's, late. Yeah. Interesting. So, let's play one more and let's get, maybe some people pop in. Here we go. Let's make for the gate, share a spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Hey, you know my life fit in a storybook, like life's adventures taken, I did not shy. Unforgettable sights and rendezvous. She's in a blue dress, spin the fiddler, swing in the pine knob. Out of valley, seen a girl in a blue sundress. Sure to spin, it's just a twirl, maybe with a girl of the fates. Let's make for the gates. Sure to spin or two. Just a twirl, maybe with a girl, trading steps. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Let's make for the gate, sure to spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Hey, hey, you know my life could fit in a storybook. Lots of adventures taken, I did not shy. Unforgettable sights and rendezvous. She's in the blue dress, been the fiddler's green, been the pine knob. Alpine Valley, seen the girl in the blue sundress. Sure to spin, it's just a twirl, maybe with a girl of the face. Let's make for the gates, sure to spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Trading steps, let's make the gates for share, spin or two. Just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Hey, hey, you know my life could fit in a storybook. Life's adventures taken, I did not shy. Unforgettable sights and rendezvous. She's in the blue dress, been the fiddler, scream in the pine knob. Alpine Valley, seen the girl in the blue dress. Sure to spin, it's just a twirl, maybe with the girl in the face. Let's make for the gates. Sure to spin or two, just a twirl. Maybe with the girl, trading steps. Sure to spin, it's just a twirl, maybe with the girl of the face. Let's make for the gates. Sure to spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Wow. Yeah, there must be things going on elsewhere, or they've come to an end and everyone has gone to Night Land. But we're here.
Night end, but
yeah. Night Land or Morning Land depends on which side of the hemisphere you're on.
Well, because
we're kind of time traveling here because it's both Saturday and Sunday, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
And yeah. So I got started a little later than I normally do. So well, it could be right on track with what I normally do in Go Spare Time and all that stuff. But yeah. But we have one sole person watching, and that's interesting. So, yeah, I just found the interesting difference between the search for Spock That Bridge, and Wes answered that on one of the tweets. He said they talk about it in the DVD documentary. The set was cannibalized or damaged, so they had to make a new one. Interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Let's spin another one. Let's go up the list. Hey. Wink of an eye. Go down. The world holding on by a thread. We need a magical leader. We've a world living leaving all the pain behind. Hold on for dear life. Wrap it up in a flower petal, gathering for the grand old show. Time like years flying by in the wink of an eye. World holding on by a thread. We need a magical weaver. We've a world, leaving all the pain behind. Hold on for dear life. Wrap it up in a flower petal, gathering for the grand old show. Time like years flying by in the wink of an eye. In the world holding on by a thread, though we need a magical wheel turn sour. We need a magical weaver. We've a world, leaving all the pain behind. Hold on for dear life. Wrap it up in a flower petal, gathering for the grand old show. Times like years flying by in the wink of an eye. Flying by like the wink of an eye. World holding on by a thread. We need a magical weaver. We need a world, leaving all the pain behind. Hold on for dear life. Wrap it up in a flower petal, gathering for the grand old show. Times like years flying by like the wink of an eye. Turning and rising, yeah. Light reflecting in the puddles, place growing out of the clear blue. The sun turning and burning, churning the pearls from the waterfalls. Only matters in tornadoes and hurricanes. The trains left the station, blasted out of the house. House is rocking and bouncing. What a time when all the stars from the sky played with the angels and the angels. We are Lord and Lord the dog, wag the tail. Thousands poured over the fence. Yes, dancing we are, spinning the galactic ride. No speed limits, nothing holding us back. Turning and burning cash from the horizon to horizon. Light reflecting in the puddles, places growing out of the clear blue. The sun turning and burning, churning pearls from the waterfalls. Only matters in tornadoes and hurricanes. The trains left the station, blasted out of the house. The house is rocking and bouncing. Once in a time when all the stars from the sky play with the angels. We are looking for the dog wag by the tail. Thousands poured over the fence, yes, dancing we are, spinning the galactic ride. No speed limits, no holding us back. Turning and burning cash from the horizon to horizon. Light reflecting the puddles, place growing out of the clear blue. The sun turning and burning, churning the pearls from the waterfalls. Only matters in tornadoes and hurricanes. The train left the station, blasted out the house. The house is rocking and bouncing. Was a time when all the stars from the sky played with the angels. We are looking for the dog and wag the tail. Thousands poured over the fence, yes, dancing we are, spin the galactic ride. No speed limits, nothing holding us back. Turning and burning, catch from the horizon, rising, light reflecting in the puddle, places growing out of the clear blue. The sun turning and burning, churning the pearls from the waterfalls. Only matters tornadoes and hurricanes. The train left the station, blasted sit out of the house. Houses are rocking and bouncing. Houses are rocking and bouncing. Was a time when all the stars from the sky played with the angels. We are looking for the dog who wagged the tail. Thousands poured over the fence, dancing we are. Well, apparently, Gary is scheduled to, I don't know if it's scheduled or he's live or gonna be live. I think there's scheduled for November 21st. There's a lot of people in there. I'm just wondering if this is kind of like a mistake, because it's the 20th. Friday Night Tights. Yeah, it just popped up in the notifications. Just popped up. So he's gonna go live at midnight, 5 after midnight. That's funny.
Is that for the British market?
Say again.
Is that for the British?
No, Gary's West Coast.
Okay.
Or he used to be. He'll be. I think he's gonna be. I think he's moving to Texas. Yeah, that's interesting.
It is.
Yeah, it's out of the blue. Yeah. Well, Gary just said, "See you in 8 minutes." Gee. I didn't think he live streamed on Saturdays. What's going on with that? There must be something happening. Part of the title's triggered.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, we'll do this. Here we go. There he is.
Yeah, it is. Midnight, but he dies.
Yeah.
I haven't got my notification about this.
Jeez. That's crazy. All right. Enough of that. Well, yeah, it's almost Sunday. It'll be Sunday here in about a minute.
You guys are so far behind the times. I got 3 hours done today.
You did what?
3 hours a day for me. And it's Monday.
So yeah, definitely. So that explains the difference in the way the set looked. I'm like, that's a major difference. I'm like, it's catching my eye. So yeah. So anybody or yeah. Ha! We got nobody in our chat.
Kit says he's starting over to carry string.
So yeah. So
just me and Newbie.
So yeah, we got what you call yeah. I can't compete with that.
No one can at the moment.
No. That's all right though. No sweat, Yeah. Let's see here. I got that. Well, I could announce a little bit here and there what's going on, But I'm not gonna. Oh, who was it? Someone I knew that used to broadcast live streams as they were happening and saying hello and stuff. You're live. Am I live? Just saying hello. Goodbye. I heard Roger.
That's my phone going off. Yep. Sorry about the beer.
Oh, no problems. Don't be sorry. So yeah.
But anyway, just popping on that bridge.
So Hollywood triggered. I can imagine what they're triggered about. A certain court appearance and stuff, and jury made a decision and stuff like that. Yeah, we have a whole zero amount of people watching right now. Completely. Yeah. So I was supposed to start earlier and all that, and I wouldn't have had to worry about all that. So, we're going to just play music then. And if someone shows up in the chat, we'll talk, but otherwise, alright. Was it a fantasy? Yeah, we'll do that. This is the tale of two sovereigns down on a plantation. Conventions of this and little of that. No one's being conventional. What's that blowing on the wind? Like frags flapping in the air. The sweet singing coming from the bed. Freedom ringing in the wind. Was it mythical? Was it all a dream? Was it a fantasy? This is the tale of the two sovereigns down on the plantation. Conventions of this and a little of that. No one's being conventional. What's that blowing on the wind? Like frags flapping in the air. The sweet singing coming from the fair. Freedom ringing in the wind. Was it mythical? Was it all a dream? Was it a fantasy? Yeah. Yeah. This is the tale of the two sovereigns down on the plantation. Conventions of this and a little of that. No one's being conventional. What's that blowing on the wind? Like flags flapping in the air. The sweet singing coming from the fair, freedom ringing in the wind. Was it mythical? Was it all a dream? Was it a fantasy? This is the tale of the two sovereigns down on the plantation. Conventions of this and a little of that. No one's being conventional. What's that glowing on the wind? Like flags flapping on the air. The sweet singing coming from the fair. Freedom ringing in the wind. Was it mythical? Was it all a dream? Was it a fantasy? This is the tale of the two sovereigns down on the plantation. Conventions of this and a little of that. No one being conventional. What's that blowing on the wind? Like flags flapping on the wind. Sing, sweet singing coming from the fair. Freedom ringing in the wind. Was it mythical? Was it all a dream? Was it a fantasy? This is the tale of the two sovereigns down on the plantation. Conventions of a little of this and that. Well, hey. What's up, R? Well, apparently, Gary has gone live. And, of course, I'm Ghost Bear time, of course, and we finished late watching Voyage home. And apparently, I'm seeing some tweets there where people are freaking out because a guy didn't really do anything wrong. Basically was declared innocent by a jury. And so there's a whole bunch. I don't really pay attention to all that stuff. I really don't. I just don't. I just have no interest in watching any of it because, it's just, it can be stressful. And I tend not to watch any news when it comes to that either. And so I guess there's some people out there that are freaking out. Basically, when the other people had records and histories and stuff like that, and they were the attackers to begin with. So I don't see what the big deal is. Common sense is common sense. What happened to that? Moving along.
I can't understand that either. The court's always innocent, and that's a bit.
And it could have gone a bunch of different ways, but here's the one thing that I want to point out. This is the distraction. That's all it is. So what's really going on? What's everyone being distracted from? You should probably pay attention to everything else but that. And then maybe you'll see what they don't want us to see when it comes to having the eyes and the ears and down to the grindstone, and you're finding this or finding that, and you're like, oh yeah, that's interesting. And sometimes it's the toolbox they're using. It's just crazy clown world stuff that brought on the pink elephant and stepping on everyone's toes. Pretty much. So let's see here. Gary is live as we speak, man. Oh, what the hell? Why is someone downvoting Gary? That's not cool. But yeah, crazy. Crazy, So yeah, there's no competing. Let's see here. Santa gonna be late. What the hell? Time comes and goes. Time goes in and out, ups and downs. Gather all around. Santa's gonna be late. The tide's falling back. Comes and it goes, wandering around in this wasteland of thought. Was it a call in the middle of the night? Answering back, yeah, answer. I've been on the road. Tides like waves, comes and goes. Might be better in some cases. Drinking cran flavor soda would be better. Whoa, 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 whoa. The tide comes and goes. The tide goes in and out. Ups and downs gather all around. Santa gonna be late. The tide falling back comes and goes, wandering around in this wasteland of thought. Was it a call in the middle of the night? Answering back, the owl answered. Tires spin on the road. Tides like waves, comes and goes. Might be better in some cases. Drinking grain flavored soda might be better. Tides comes and goes, and tide goes in and out, ups and downs. Gather all around, Santa gonna be late. Yeah, that one's only 2 minutes and 1 second long. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was hoping you would like that one beer.
Yeah.
Well, you had the master of the late night shows.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, the powerhouse, Gary. Yeah. I don't have the sound turned on because everyone will hear what he's saying on my channel, and I don't want to disrespect Gary that way. But I'm looking at the chat and all that stuff, and impressive chat. Oh, and it's I haven't said I was live in his chat either. That's also considered a little disrespectful, so I don't do that. So, what shall we play next? Monkey wrenches. Yeah, appropriate for sure. Putting monkey wrenches in spokes. They think it's funny when we fall on our faces. You gotta find the line. You got to hold the line. Put one foot in front of the other. We gotta stick together. If you listen to fools, the mob's gonna rule you. There's Joker putting monkey wrenches in spokes. They think it's funny when we fall on our faces. You gotta find the line, gotta hold the line. Put one foot in front of the other. We gotta stick together. If you listen to fools, the mob's gonna rule you. There's a joke putting monkey wrenches in spokes. Alright, let's take a moment here. I just poured the last of the old reserve, and it's been aging for a little bit. And so it's the last little bit. It's going to be the strongest, most tastiest. It's gonna have the taste of the cask. It's going to have the caramels and all that stuff you would get from a whiskey that was aged in a smoked barrel. Yeah. And I made a friend today at the grocery store. I turned him on to Hennessy Reserve and the regular. I told him either one. I told him that's a really good price, and he was surprised that it was a really good price. He seemed shocked by that. And I go, you like a good Scotch, don't you? You like a Speyside Scotch? He's like, oh yeah, yeah. I go, well then you'd like this Speyside Scotch. You're gonna for 20-year-old fifth the Speyside Scotch. You're probably gonna pay about anywhere from 80 to 120 if you get a good price for a 20-year-old. Otherwise, it's a little bit more. The aromas, yeah. I get the faint when I smell it. I get the faint smell of amaretto. And is the nuttiness, the smoked nut smell, and the smell of the smoked barrel, and the smell of the caramels. If caramels have a smell, yeah. So how's I've been noticing that unless I talk really loud, the little bubble around me doesn't move very much because I was having problems with the correct audio being connected. Yeah. Not really responding right there. It's kind of weird sometimes. It acts funny. I do believe the correct one is hooked up, but every now and then the mic from the camera will turn on sometimes, and then that'll use from there, and it just computers are funny sometimes. I'm telling you.
They seem to be.
Yeah.
Not always funny sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
No, they're funny when you don't want them to be funny. You know what I'm saying? They really are. It's like when I know I'm gonna have a live stream that day, I make sure I turn the computer on, everything updates and all that done, and then shut it off, turn it back on, and yeah, monkey wrenches.
Great song that one is. I do have a funny story about it. We know that Butterworth. It was this woman saying that the server was crashing. And what she actually did mean was the arm would not stop. The arm would not stop on this, and it was so vibrate server off the disc. So it actually would crash onto the floor.
Really?
Yes, it was very funny. This was in the 1980s. So I didn't know about securing things.
Well, I got 9 likes for going live late. It was like 11:42 when I hit the go live button. We've been live for that's funny. It still says scheduled. It's funny how web pages sometimes don't update certain parts of themselves. We will do this then. So yeah, 39 minutes we've been live for. Yeah, you got that right. Hey, RR, you want a link? Join the conversation with us. While everyone else is basically asleep or watching Gary. Yeah. I think Gary's talking about some triggered people on Twitter. I've seen some of the triggered people. I've seen it firsthand. I'm like, okay.
I ain't kidding, man. These people do not understand how the Constitution works. I'm telling you. They just do not understand.
I sometimes wonder about that as well. I seem to understand a wee bit more about the US Constitution than some other people, especially from the States.
Yeah. Well, you see, I have felt for a long time now that lid on the pressure cooker. Well, you know the little spindle up top that spins around and makes noise. Well, that thing's getting ready to pop off on that pressure cooker. We're talking about a pressure cooker here, folks, and then the chances of the lid popping off maybe, or it's getting ready to pop off. You know what I'm saying? The pressure cooker, to be specific. Yeah. So yeah, it's like this resonance in the air. It's everywhere, and that's why I have taken to not really watching a lot of news. And so then there's probably a handful of friends that I know on Facebook that are really swift, and they're really with it and all that way. And so when I see some of the things that, because there's a private chat they have and a group that they have, it's pretty cool. I see some things in there and all that, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And so we got that, and so I haven't had the chance to see the new Ghostbuster movie yet. Segue.
No, I've actually.
Because I'm not a political channel. I'm more of a kind of poke fun at it and kind of have fun with it and laugh at it kind of channel, and kind of leave it there and tiptoe into it, and that's kind of the way I like to do things, and because I like to have fun, and one thing that fun brings out the youth in one, you know what I'm saying? And so a little bit of fun never hurt. And so that's why I like to make things fun and make things enjoyable. And of course, some music if possible.
Yeah.
So yeah. Did you know that when you use audio from the YouTube library that YouTube will automatically label it on the info below?
No idea about that.
Yeah. I checked it out on past live streams. I will look at it on mobile and see what the info says. And on mobile, it's there. I don't know if you can see it on a standard desktop, but on mobile, I see it. Yeah, music is good.
Well, that's very interesting. One thing I find about the it's hard to get information how to use it.
All right, I'm gonna stop the screen share so that way I can hear what Gary is saying real quick and not broadcast what he is saying, to be respectful. There we go. Here's to Gary. Salute.
Salute.
Whoa. Basically, I agree with what Gary's saying. I've heard him preface this before. He's basically saying time to get involved in everything. Down to the dog catcher, Down to who delivers the mail, if possible. That's mine. But that's what he's basically saying.
I just checked the movie theaters in New Zealand. It's not Ghostbusters is not even on at the moment.
Whoa. Gary just says got an island of toys. I just seen it. Well, Gary's seen Ghostbusters and he says he likes it.
What I have been listening to is most people seem to like it. It's bounty got some bit of point of views. And some people say that the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes are the best part of the movie.
Say that again?
Some people are saying that everyone seems to be enjoying the movie of Ghostbusters, and they're saying that the best part is the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I've yet to see it.
I'm waiting to see it as well, so I'll make my own judgment.
As soon as it's streamable, or I gotta buy it I'll get it on a Blu-ray or a 4K Blu-ray. You know what's funny? You know that the PS4 Pros do not play 4K Blu-rays.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But then I don't have a PS4.
They'll play a Blu-ray, but you see, I have a 4K player, and it's a LG 4K player, and it plays real nice. Works good.
So how do you find LGs? I'm a Sony boy, so I like buying Sony stuff.
Sony, it was dude, it was a toss-up. It really was. The LG was $179 and American, and the Sony was $275 at the time. And what I was looking for, something that played 3D discs, played 4K, and upscaled everything, and that was the one that did it. And it had, you could use Netflix on it.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
And so the Netflix on that looks really crisp. Not too bad. But I run the cable wire straight back to the TV, and the TV gets pretty good picture from the cable wire. I don't use the Wi-Fi in the TV.
No, I'm like that as well. I use cables as much as possible because there's a better transfer information.
What would you stream? Oh, the movie? R said he would stream it.
Yeah, I like doing the movies, but I choose the movies I do nowadays.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking forward to Top Gun 2 to come out. That's the one I'm definitely can't wait to see in the movie theatre.
Yeah, I'm wondering when that's going to be out. Ghostbusters? Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Yeah. But yeah, apparently there is no director's cut of The Voyage Home, and there is no director's cut of The Search for Spock.
That's very unusual for those time movies. They generally try and put as many versions out to keep turnover.
Those two were directed by Leonard Nimoy.
Yes, they were, weren't they?
I do believe. Let's see. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy directed Voyage Home. And yeah, also directed The Search for Spock. It's hard to make a director's cut when the director is on the other side.
It is, isn't it? A wee bit odd.
Yeah, and honestly, I think he put it together the way a director's cut would have been put together. Honestly, these two movies, there doesn't need to be a director's cut. It's just perfect.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Some shots, especially
they're perfect.
Like I was saying to Beer before, and I haven't watched the Voyage Home for many years, and it just stands the test of time. I really enjoy it, and it was fun. It was just really fun. It just shows you when you got to the movie everything. How could a movie can be compared to some what we're seeing in the past 5 years.
Yeah, I believe that too. I think he directed those two movies the way a director's cut would be directed, because that's kind of how he put things together. And yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Well, the way they were cut together, and both beautiful. Yeah. And the way the movies are kind of seamless with each other, how they fade into each other, that's kind of what I like. It picks off right where it left off, and that's kind of what I liked about The Search for Spock and The Voyage Home. So we have 3 people watching. Interesting. Must be 3 of us. All right. Let's see here. Do do do. Which one is this one? I haven't played this in a while. Alright, wrong one. There we go. Caught a LARP.
Salute.
Light. There we go. Yeah. You spent your millions to stop a lark. Operator error. The screen wasn't shared. There should be sound now. You thought you caught a lark, but it was only a carter. Just a bottom feeder, breeding false inferior funny papers. You deleted a vid called Plan. It was never meant to see the light of day. Must have looked under every sewer pipe. Did you find the stink not go away? Time to clean with a little light. You know help is on the way. Over and over, just like Rover. You spent your millions, stop alarm. You thought you caught a lark, but was only a carp. Just a bottom feeder, breeding false, fearful, funny papers. You deleted a big all plan, it was never meant to light of day. Must have looked under every sewer pipe. Did you find the stink? Now go away, time to clean with a little light. You know help is on the way. Over and over, just like Rover. Ooh. Spent your millions, stop alarm. You thought you caught a lark, but it was only a carp. Just a bottom feeder. Ooh, reading false, fearful, funny papers. You deleted a big call plan. It was never meant to see the light of day. Must have looked under every sewer pipe. Did you find the stink now? Go away. Time to clean with a little light. You know help is on the way. Over and over and over, and just like Rover. You spent your millions, stop alarm. You thought you caught a lark, but it was only a carp. Just a bottom feeder, breeding false, fearful, funny papers. You deleted a vid call plan, never meant to see the light of day. Must have looked under a sewer pipe. Did you find the stink now? Go away. Time to clean with a little light. Yeah, you know help is on the way. Over and over, just like Rover. You know help is on the way. Over and over, just like Rover. Spent your millions to stop alarm. You thought you caught a lark, but it was only a carp. Just a bottom feeder, breeding false, fearful, funny papers. You deleted a vid call plan. It was never meant to see the light of day. Must have looked under every sewer pipe. Did you find the stink now? Go away. Time to clean with a little light. You know help is on the way. Over and over, just like Rover. All right, let's see here. We'll go down the list. How about a little light? Yeah. Luminous beams of light, those of you who are sad, don't feel bad, cause the bringer of light won't stand up to the darkness. If our hero won't, I will stand in the way. I will stand in the way. I'm not Uncle Sam. The dead was the way, stood for freedom, stood for light, all about joy. I will write the songs, I will sing them loud. Wave that flag, bringing light into the world. I will stand in the way, no darkness here. It's our heroes won't fight. Call the luminous beams, luminous beams of light. Leaving all your pride, maybe we can take flight. Little island of sand, time like grains of sand. Islands in the night, heroes light the way. Luminous beings of light, those who are sad. Don't feel bad, cause the bringer of light won't stand up to the darkness. If our heroes won't stand, I will stand in the way. I'm not Uncle Sam. The dead was the way, stood for freedom, stood for life, stood for light, all about the joy. I will write the songs, I will sing them loud. Wave that flag, bring light into the world. I will stand in the way. No darkness here if our heroes won't fight. Call the luminous beings of light. Leaving all your plight, maybe we can take flight. Little islands of sand, time like the grains of sand. Islands in the night, heroes light the way. Luminous beings of light, those of you who are sad, don't feel bad, cause the bringer of light won't stand up to the darkness. Up to the darkness, if our heroes won't, I will stand in the way. I'm not Uncle Sam. The dead was the way that stood for freedom, stood for light. All about the joy. I will write the songs, I will sing them loud, wave that flag. Bringing light into the world. I will stand in the way. I will stand in the way. No darkness here if our heroes won't fight. Call the luminous beings of light. Leaving all your plight, maybe we can take a flight. Little islands of sand, time like grains of sand. Islands in the night, heroes light the way. Hey, hey, hey. I saw Letterman, what a fun guy. It was more fun than a frog in a glass of milk, Bobby once said. Kool-Aid test was fun too. I've walked from night to day. It's a boomerang fun show. Time will tell. Always bounces back. In a boomerang show. Welcome to the boomerang show. Just another Ghost Bear show. Loads of boomerang fun. Come on, catch it on the rebound like a hound on a scent. If you had any sense, make it fast to the boomerang show. No, it won't last. Catch the blast on the boomerang show. Catch the blast while it lasts. Boomerang fun show on the way. Don't get lost on the way. I saw Letterman, what a funny guy. It was more fun than a frog in a glass of milk. Bobby once said the Kool-Aid test was fun too. I've walked from night to day. It's a boomerang fun show. Time will tell, always bounces back. In the boomerang show. Welcome to the boomerang show. Just another Ghost Bear show. Loads of boomerang fun. Come on, catch it on the rebound. Like a hound on the scent. If you had any sense, make it fast to the boomerang show. No, it won't last. Catch a blast on the boomerang show. Catch a blast while it lasts. Boomerang fun show is on the way. Don't get lost on the way. I saw Letterman, what a funny guy. It was more fun than a frog in a glass of milk, Bobby once said. The Kool-Aid test was fun too. I walked from night to day. It's a boomerang fun show. Time will tell, always bounces back. In a boomerang show, welcome to the boomerang show. Just another Ghost Bear show. Loads of boomerang fun. Come on, catch it on the rebound. Like hounds on the scent. If you had any sense, make it fast to the boomerang show. No, it won't last. Catch a blast on the boomerang show. Catch a blast while it lasts. Boomerang fun show is on the way. Don't get lost on the way. Catch a blast on the boomerang show. Boomerang show on the way. Yeah. So. Yeah, let's, I got screenshots of the different bridges of, the one before in the Search for Spock and the one in the Voyage Home. There were two different ones for the Bird of Prey. So let's see here. Here we go. There's that one. That's Voyage Home. This one's the same ship, Search for Spock. Completely different. So yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how many times I watch that movie. It's always great. I catch little different tiny things every time. You catch a lot of different stuff, and I find it very interesting. And so every time I'm watch, there's something just like, oh, I did not notice that before, and whether big or significant. There's always something that you notice, something about the ship that you didn't notice before. Yeah, I remember this movie, huh? Yeah, we watched Search for Spock last Saturday. We did on my birthday. We did the Rathacon. Yeah, so we've been gone in consecutive order, and probably next Saturday gonna do Star Trek V. And honestly, earlier I had to go. I had to go pick up an order. You know those monitor risers where it'll raise it up about 4 inches off, and then you can put something under it. Well, I got that for my kid's TV. George and Gracie. Yes, the whales, George and Gracie. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to go through it, but I think there was something I noticed I hadn't noticed before. I think maybe someone else had noticed it before, but when I got it completely formulated, I'll probably talk about it next Saturday. That's something that something Scotty had said, and I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. It was during the whale part when they beamed the whales on. Yeah. The whale, yeah. Yeah. And here, I know what we do. I'll show you the thumbnail. Yeah. Let's see here. There should be a new one. Go ahead, update new one there. Yep. Okay, never mind. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Alright. Check that out. That's a thumbnail I made. I used the lasso function and lassoed everybody out. And I took a random picture that I searched of San Francisco. And what I did was I used a filter on them after I got everybody in place. And then I ran it back through and I put the regular image over. And I used the fade. And it made it to where I kept layering it like that. It makes it look like it's depth, like you could crawl into it. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the stained glass effect. And same with the background, the Enterprise and the Bird of Prey. They're sort of like, they come across as watermarks in the thumbnail. And you know, the centerpiece is completely separate from the outer piece that was added after the centerpiece was finished. And what I did is I kept layering the people that were lassoed out over them until it gave it sort of like it was almost moving quality. Yeah, the probe basically was sending basically a pretty powerful whale song searching for these whales, and wasn't getting a reply back. And yeah, they had to go back in time and get some whales, humpback whales to be specific. Yeah, and they just happened to find a whale. So the whale biologist. It's kind of cutie too. Yeah, it's a decent popcorn movie if you a little bit of your sci-fi and all that stuff. It's got a bunch of stuff in there. You can catch it all, and it shows a Pacific time period. Thinking like 84, 86 or something like that. And for me, at that time, I remember, how old was I in 86? I probably like maybe 15, 14 at that point, maybe 13. So I was a young teenager, and I had, being that my folks had lived on the West Coast, I had been a few different places, and I had been to San Francisco with my mom and dad and stuff like that. And so I got to see some things, and so when you see things in here, it's like it was a familiar thing. And so I found this image just doing a random search, and I used it as the background, and that's the whole thumbnail right there. Yeah, definitely.
It works very well.
Say again?
It works very well. You're trying to sustain cars a bit.
Yes.
And it does come up.
Yeah. And you see the Star Trek 4 emblem, the Voyage home? That was just a black and white cutout. That's all that was. It was a black and white cut in a square background. When I just cut it out, it was black and white. And I just messed with color settings. Push this, pull that back, make this brighter, and boom, there we go. I had yellow gold. By messing with colors.
That's right, nice. Actually.
Yeah, and there's a lasso function that my photograph editor has on my phone, and it's kind of cool. I gotta say, it does the job.
Seems to do
Seems
it.
to do it. Yeah, and the whole thing it probably took me probably close to 2 hours to do that thumbnail. Let's see. Since I got a branded account, I got some overlays. Where's that overlay? I got a pretty cool one. Where'd it go? I did. I'll add it now. Let's see. Last week's thumbnail. All right. Yeah, that one. All right. This one is an overlay. It lays on top of everything, and let me tell you, this one here was. I think this one took me longer, honestly, because I got 3 different ships in there, and their watermark quality. They look as a watermark, and I found this font for the Star Trek and all that, and it took a minute. That took a while. Of course, here's some memory lane. Stained glass quality. There's my birthday one. There's that one. Yeah. So yeah, so welcome to I'm live, but so is Gary at Nerdrotic. Interesting. Yep. This movie is a good movie, that's for sure. I do
It ages very well. It ages very well.
I think the first time I seen this was in the theater. I don't think there's been a Star Trek movie that I've missed from the theater. I've seen every one in the theater first. That unfortunately includes the newer Star Treks that they made. That's alternate timeline. Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do as well.
Although, there was a lot of things about the ships that I did not like in the new Trek, and there was some things about the cast and the quality and the way they were picked and some of the uniforms that I was just like, okay, that's Star Trek, that's cool. But this bright, blinding white stuff is gotta go, because if you remember in Federation, they always used kind of soft cream colors for their. It was either soft cream colors or soft blues with orange highlights. A lot of times. Yeah, I'm wondering where I was. 86. I probably saw this in Maryville somewhere. Yeah. So
those movies was Nelson, my town.
All right, I'm gonna play one of the newer songs, and got your need some tobacco. Smoke some tobacco while we hear this song.
Someday the suffering will end. Shining stars shining down on the people. Would you walk miles in my shoes? Pointing fingers along the way. They're saying going around town. She looks lovely out on the town. Many miles I walk and you say the same. Only a fool would accept fool's gold. The clouds show faces smiling, reflecting on the sound still water. Moon overhead, hearing all the laughter. I see the rain falling from the sky. The birds singing, overtaking, racing with the glory. In the story, 5 steps back. Love's gotta be true, 5 steps win the glory. Overtaking, racing to win the story. Yeah. Someday the suffering will end. Shining stars shine down on the people. Would you walk miles in my shoes? Pointing fingers along the way. There's a saying, go around town. She looks lovely out on the town. Many miles I've walked and you say the same. Only a fool would accept fool's gold. The clouds show faces reflecting on us down still water. Moon overhead, hearing all the laughter. I see the rain fall from the sky, the birds singing. Overtaking, racing to win the glory in the story. 5 steps back, love's gotta be true. Overtaking, racing to win the story. Someday the suffering will end. Shining stars shine down on people. Would you walk miles in my shoes? Pointing fingers along the way, they're saying, going round town, she looks lovely out on the town. Many miles I've walked, can you say the same? Only a fool would accept fool's gold. The cloud shows faces smiling, reflecting on the sound. Still water on overhead. Hearing all the laughter, I see the rain falling from the sky, the birds singing, overtaking, racing to win the glory. In the story, 5 steps back, love's gotta be true. 5 steps win the glory. Overtaking, racing to win the story. Someday the suffering will end. Shining stars shine down on the people. Would you walk miles in my shoes? Pointing fingers along the way, saying going round town. She looks lovely out of town. Many miles I've walked, and you say the same. Only a fool would accept fool's gold. The cloud shows faces smiling, reflecting on the sound still water. Moon overhead, hearing all the laughter. I see the rain falling from the sky. Birds singing, overtaking, racing to win the glory. Stories 5 steps back, love gotta be true. 5 steps wins the glory, overtaking, racing to win the story.
Indeed. Story. Most important thing of all, the story. How the story's told, how it's written, with love and care. And doesn't matter how many brick walls the character slash hero has to run into, or trees they got to run into, or you get the idea, right? That's the suffering they got to go through, And if you ever watch the Daredevil TV show, that's just wow. Just it blew me away. I think I'm going to begin a rewatch of that because man, that was a very interesting show. I do believe that Daredevil character was also in the Defenders. I think that's on Netflix too. But yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
This is not pretend, as real as it gets. Some deals don't have wheels. What you see is what you get. So let's get to it. No pretend land. False prophets can't land the deal. Feel the wind running on a cloud. Gather round, close your eyes, spin around, hear the sunshine. This is not pretend, as real as it gets. Some deals don't have wheels. What you see is what you get. So let's get to it. No pretend land. False prophets can't land the deal. Feel the wind running on a cloud. Gather round, close your eyes. Spin around to hear the sunshine. This is not pretend land. As real as it gets. Some deals don't have wheels. What you see is what you get. So let's get to it. No pretend land. False prophets can't land the deal. Feel the wind running on a cloud. Gather round, close your eyes. Spin around to hear the sunshine. Gather round, close your eyes. Elephants afraid of mice, dice is rolling. The heart sick and heavy, watch many fall. Willingly go to the gallows full of destruction. Darkness singling into the dark. Final round coming to town. Minds of the masses, massive brainwashing souls, filched, pilfered by the soul eaters. Deadly lies, it's the new truth. Evil doers sainted as saviors. Truth and courage censored, lies promoted. Dr. Seuss has been suppressed. If this is the new normal, you can't keep it. Angels thrown in prison, what can be done?
The gullible, the lobotomized, accepting hypnosis. Blinded by paper clown worlds beyond the preposterous. Prosperous is dangerous. No more blind compliance, done with dark illusion. Walk through the town. Let's get slap happy. I see the huddling in their fabricated fear gasms. Like elephants afraid of mice, sheep and their masochists, hypnotized by loathing. Don't wear sheep clothing. Flush the problem, walking in World War III of the mind. Destroyer of worlds, too busy looking for the enemy. They were the enemy at the gate. Be ready, let's start this fire. Elephants afraid of mice, dice is rolling. The heart's sick and heavy, watching humanity fall. Willingly going to the gallows full of destruction. Darkness seen clinging to the dark. Final round coming to town. Minds of the masses, massive brainwashing. Souls filched and pilfered by the soul eaters. Deadly lies, it's the new evildoers, sainted as saviors. Truth and courage censored, lies promoted. Dr. Seuss has been suppressed. If this is the new normal, you can keep it. Angels thrown in prison, what can be done? The goal, the lobotomized, accepting hypnosis. Blinded by paper clown worlds. Beyond the preposterous, prosperous is dangerous. No more blind compliance, done with dark illusions. Walk you through the town, let's slap happy. I see the huddling in their fabricated fear gasms. Like elephants afraid of mice, sheep and their masochists, hypnotized by loathing. Don't wear sheep clothing. Flush the problem, walking in World War III of the mind. Destroyer of the worlds, too busy looking for the enemy. They were the enemy at the gate. Get ready, be ready, let's start this fire. Elephants afraid of mice, the dice is rolling. The heart's sick and heavy, watching humanity fall. Willingly going to the gallows pole of destruction. We gotta run for the hills. Gotta make a deal better than meals on wheels. Never sail, come back, it'll come back to haunt you. Gonna flaunt our wares, get it in gear. Haven't been seen on the scene in years. All the dedicated gather around. We are everywhere, it's the sound that scares the children in the right direction. If you know it, sing it loud and clear. the deal better than Meals on Wheels. Never say never, it'll come back to haunt you. Gonna flaunt our wares, get it in here. Haven't been seen on the scene in years. All the dedicated gather around. We are everywhere. It's the sound that scares the children in the right direction. If you know it, sing it loud and clear. If you know it, sing it loud and clear. We gotta run for the hills, gotta make the deal better than Meals on Wheels. Never say never, it'll come back to haunt you. To haunt you. Gonna flaunt our wares, get it in gear. Haven't been seen on the scene in years. All the dedicated gather round, we are everywhere. It's the sound that scares the children in the right direction. If you know it, sing it loud and clear. We gotta run for the hills, gotta make the deal better than Meals on Wheels. Never say never, it'll come back to haunt you. Gonna flaunt our wares, get it in gear. Haven't been seen on the scene in years. All the dedicated gather round, we are everywhere. It's a sound that scares the children in the right direction. If you know it, sing it loud and clear. Indeed, loud, clear. Yeah. Someday the suffering will end. Shine stars shine down on the people. Would you walk miles in my shoes? Pointing fingers along the way. They're saying going around town. She looks lovely out on the town. Many miles I walk and you say the same. Only a fool would accept fool's gold. The clouds show faces smiling, reflected on the sound, still water. Moon overhead, hear all the laughter. I see the rain falling from the sky. The birds sing, overtaking race to win the glory. In the story, 5 steps back. Love's gotta be true, 5 steps win the glory. Overtaking racing to win the story. Yeah. Someday the suffering will end. Shining stars shine down on the people. Would you walk miles in my shoes? Point fingers along the way. There's a saying, go around town. She looks lovely out on the town. Many miles I've walked and you say the same. Only a fool would accept fool's gold. The clouds show faces reflecting on us now, still water. Moon overhead, hearing all the laughter. I see the rain fall from the sky, the birds singing, overtaking, racing to win the glory in the story. 5 steps back, love's gotta be true. Overtaking, racing to win the story. Someday the suffering will end. Shining star, shine down on people. Would you walk miles in my shoes? Pointing fingers along the way, they're saying, going round town, she looks lovely out on the town. Many miles I've walked, can you say the same? Only a fool would accept fool's gold. The cloud shows faces smiling, reflected on the sound. Still water overhead. Hearing all the laughter, I see the rain falling from the sky, the birds singing, overtaking, racing to win the glory. In the story, 5 steps back, love's gotta be true. 5 steps win the glory. Overtaking, racing to win the story. Someday the suffering will end. Shine the star down on the people. Would you walk miles in my shoes? Pointing fingers along the way, saying going round town. She looks lovely out of town. Many miles I've walked, can you say the same? Only a fool would accept fool's gold. The cloud shows faces smiling, reflecting on the sound. Still water, moon overhead, hearing all the laughter. I see the rain falling from the sky. Birds singing, overtaking, racing to win the glory. Stories 5 steps back, love gotta be true. 5 steps wins the glory, overtaking, racing to win the story. Yeah. Someday the suffering will end. All right, pretty cool shot of the moon. Me and my wife went out, and the moon was just straight up in the sky, and we're going out to have a smoke, and might go out here and have a smoke here in a minute too. It might be clear. It's pretty crisp out there earlier, so it's probably going to be clear. And nice, beautiful night rainbow, I guess you call it, and a lot of people I know call it a moon dog. Big halo around the moon, and man, and the clouds are coming by, and it was just all kinds of characters up in them clouds. Very, very nice, very cool. I'm topping off the battery in my headset, just in case. So, what shall we play next? Let's see. Where are we? Must be a bird. Yeah, I'm gonna play that. Two dragons playing tic-tac-toe in the park. Must be birds in flight. The puppet master is pulling the strings. The world doesn't even see the trees. All those strings tripping everyone's toes. Better watch your step. Do you see the strings tripping all the fools up? Like lemons off the dance cliff. Dancing on the air like birds in flight. Are you a bird or can you fly? Two dragons playing tic-tac-toe in the park. Must be birds in flight. The puppet master is pulling the strings. The world doesn't even see the trees. All those strings tripping everyone's toes. Better watch your step. Do you see the strings tripping all the fools up like lemons off the dance cliff, dancing on the air like birds in flight? Are you a bird? Can you fly? Two dragons playing tic-tac-toe in the park must be birds in flight. The puppet master is pulling the strings. The world doesn't even see the trees. All those strings tripping everyone's toes. Better watch your step. Do you see the strings tripping all the fools up? Like lemons off the dance cliff, dancing on air like birds in flight. Are you a bird? Can you fly? Two dragons playing tic-tac-toe in the park. Must be birds in flight. The puppet master is pulling the strings. The world doesn't even see the trees. All those strings tripping everyone's toes. Better watch your step. Do you see the strings tripping all those fools up? Like lemons off the dance cliff, dance on air like birds in flight. Are you a bird? Can you fly? Two dragons playing tic-tac-toe in the park. Must be birds in flight. The puppet master is pulling the strings. The world doesn't even see the trees. All the strings tripping everyone's toes. Better watch your step. Do you see the strings tripping all the fools up? Like lemons off the dance cliff, dancing on air like birds in flight. Are you a bird? Can you fly? Two dragons playing tic-tac-toe in the park. Must be birds in flight. The puppet master is pulling the strings. The world doesn't even see the trees. All those strings tripping everyone's toes. Better watch your step. Mm-hmm. Never miss a beat, the history of the fierce salesman moves merchandise from street to street. Never misses a beat, peddles products of fear from the deepest lows in the fear farm, gathering their wares, treated as fashion, seen in disgust, peddled as candied goods. Good that includes pain and despair. Flames burning bright, lit the night, killing the shade, hiding in the shadows. What was said, what was brought forth, we bring it into the light. Fear not, for the light shines. Fear not, fear not. Down on this jolly party, make with the song, sing it loud. Never misses a beat. The history of the fierce salesman moves merchandise from street to street. Never misses a beat, peddles products of fear from the deepest lows in the fear farm, gathering their wares, treated as latest fashion. Alright, I just finished loading the moonshots to Instagram. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't want to show that one. Alright, here we go. We'll go with this one first, please. Alright. Okay, I will go. You still with me, Mikhail?
Yep, still with it, man. I want to see these moonshots.
Yeah, we're gonna. I got them all on Instagram now. There we go. There we go. Everyone see that?
Yep, we can see that. Beautiful.
All right, this was the first one that I had took. Some was with the forward-facing camera, and some was with the regular shot, and some was with the pro shot. The ones that were squiggly, I didn't share because those were a different kind of focus. Didn't work. All right, let's see here. All right. Next one. Check that out. See the long face in the background? Looking from behind the moon. There was an eclipse that day too. Could have been why there was a moon dog. See all these little headshots right in here? Faces looking down through the halo. Kind of interesting, huh? Here's the next one. Here you can see this face right here. It's like, Got his chin to the side going, what's going on down there? Yeah, this was from the 19th. Now look at that. The dog face. Dog face.
Yeah, so I can see that now.
Yeah. Yeah, me and my wife are out there having a cigarette, like, holy cow. I'm like to my wife, quick, go get my phone, please. That's even better. It's like, it's really weird. It feels like after I notice and my wife notice, it feels like they notice. It's just kind of how it feels. I know how it sounds, just that's the way it feels. It's still there. Here's the everything line, by the way. Salute. See, next. Still a dog. So we'll go to the next one. Still there. Looks like he's winking at us a little. Looks like the face got real, kind of large. There's the face. That face came out and all the other faces just moved aside. That's the grandfather right there. Yep. That right there. Definitely the grandfather. There was something special about that day. There's another one. He was around for a minute. I think this might have been the first shot. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the last of it.
Good photos, Napier.
Yeah.
Very good photos.
Yeah, this was a little after 12. This right here. A little bit after 12.
I'm sorry to say, be over it, going. It's a school day for me tomorrow, so it's getting late, and I'd like
Well,
to
hey,
say thank you for having
thanks
me
for
on.
thanks for coming out, man.
No
I'm gonna
trouble, my
play.
pleasure, bud.
I'm gonna play a few more tunes here, and I think I'm gonna take the stream outside and to see what the moon's doing.
Yep. Anyway, everyone, have a good week, and I'll hopefully see you next week.
Sure thing. We're
Yep.
gonna watch Star Trek Five next week, by the way. And
Oh, cool.
what's your schedule for my Saturday, your Sunday?
Sundays are generally good because it's mine and Lynn's day, so we normally home around about 3 to maybe 4 o'clock after we go out for brunch and stuff like that.
So basically, ideally, I would like to watch the movie starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time,
So that'll be
and
3 p.m. New Zealand.
yeah, and then go live right around 8:30 Pacific Standard
Yep,
Time.
that seems all good for this at this point.
But today I had to go pick something up, and I dilly dallied too long, and I'm like, crap. And honestly, I never know how long the thumbnail's gonna take because some images that I use to create that like 3D layered stained glass look, it takes a long time of layering and making sure the images are all lined up. Otherwise, you got this blurry mess. And basically what you want it to look like is like someone took it and sculpted it on top of a piece of wood, put some lacquer down, put some reflective surface, the faces, put a little layer of that image down more, and then put more lacquer over it, and then it's 3D. That's what it looks. That's what I kind of aim for. And this image here, the grandfather, I'm not going to use him in any thumbnails, but some of the other ones that are a little less distinct, I might use those in some thumbnails and maybe in some slideshows. But the grandfather face, yeah, that's too that's too sacred to do something like that. Yeah, that was just like wow, pretty blown away.
It is very distraught.
My wife just isn't surprised anymore. And because honestly, I because the place that I go outside to have a cigarette is also where I pray, and a lot of times, sometimes I pray when I'm having a cigarette, and it just happens to
Yep.
be the same time, coincides. And I've seen some really interesting things with the weather happen that are really interesting, and it's having really good timing with Mother Nature and what it's going to do and what kind of weather sometimes, and it's just a wonderful kind of thing. Because here in Washington State, when you go outside to have a cigarette, it stops raining and the sky opens up a little bit. That is a blessing. Especially Western Washington State, because we're in monsoon season and it has been raining like you would not believe. Yeah, I think it's gonna break 1999's record from January, the end of January when it started raining. 99 in Olympia, Western Washington. Yeah, I think it might break that record. That was 94 days of rain out of 99, and because there was 2 weeks of beautiful weather. We're talking 60, 65 degree weather in January in Olympia, Washington, when I first came here. And my friend immediately goes to me, he's like, don't get used to this. This is phenomenally unusual good weather. And he goes, don't get used to this because it's going to get wet, it's going to rain. And he was not kidding. 94 days of rain out of 99, man. Yeah, man, that is just insane. Every day of rain, not a break, hardly. And it was nuts. I gotta say, it was nuts. I had just come to the area, so I acclimated, and I think I damn near had pneumonia. Yeah, what does God need with a starship? Yeah, yeah, Star Trek 5.
Yep. Anyway, Bean, Annie, my beer. Good night.
All right,
good night, everyone.
brother, man. You have a good night.
Bud.
Have a good
Thank
sleep.
You. I will.
Gonna play some more tunes, but all right. I think in honor of yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this is appropriate. There we go. Oh, I opened the new bottle. That last bottle was the birthday bottle. That particular bottle, that was the birthday bottle, and yeah, it went. Yeah. All right. All right. There we go. Space. There we go. Learning grows, rewinding ports, breaking the barrier out in space. Learning to grow roses. What was given, not excuses. I'll keep pretending to not to notice. Wave of emotion, like wave rolling back. Pretending and pretend all the faking, spinning yarns all over town. Don't blow gasket. Getting lost in town, finding trouble in double time. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks, breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses, what was given, not making excuses. I'll keep pretending not to notice. Wave of emotion, like the waves rolling back. Pretending in pretend land, all the faking, spinning yarns all over town. Don't blow gasket, getting lost in town, finding trouble in double time. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks, breaking barrier, time and space. Learning to grow roses. What was given, not making excuses. I'll keep pretending not to notice. Wave of emotion, like waves rolling back. Pretending in pretend land, all the fake, spinning yarn all over town. Don't blow gasket, getting lost in town, finding trouble in double time. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks, breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses, what was given, not making excuses. I'll keep pretending not to notice. Wave of emotion, like waves rolling back. Pretending in pretend land, all the fake, spinning yarns all over town. Don't know gasket, getting lost in town, finding trouble in double time. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks, breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses. Learning to grow roses.
wise men pulling corks, breaking the barrier of time and space, learning to grow roses. What was given, not making excuses. I keep pretending not to notice. Wave of emotion like waves was rolling back. Pretending if pretend land all the fake spinning yarns all over town. Don't blow a gas, getting lost in time, double time. Learning to grow roses, wise man pulling corks, breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks, breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses, breaking the barrier of time and space. Three wise men pulling corks. Indeed. Indeed. Wow, yeah. So, let's see here. Let's see. Dense fog advisory. Ooh, fog. Because tobacco sounds like a good idea. Or I could just play one more song and then call it a good one. Call it an A for effort. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, man. Alright, you're the freaking best, man, I gotta say. Yeah. So, yeah, normally when there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and, yeah, you know, the people are elsewhere. Now, if I find that little sweet spot, cool, where I can just get people popping in, and yeah. But yeah, I like the 8 something, the 8:30, the 8 o'clock start time for the West Coast start time. That works pretty good. So yeah. Let's see here. All right. You know what? Let's see here. Open the Winamp. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Different player. Gonna do what I do best, acting I am. Showing off is what I do. It's all I know. Different player. They used to call me showbiz. Gonna do best what I do. Gonna show off. Like smoking in a manicure jamming. Better shake a leg. Throw it all on the dance floor. 2 steps back, spin step right, let's go. Gonna do what I do best, acting a ham. Showing off is what I do, it's all I know. Oh, used to call me showbiz. Gonna do best what I do. Gonna show off like Smokey the Bandit. Gear jamming. Better shake a leg. Throw it all on the dance floor. 2 steps back and step right. Let's go. Gonna do what I do best. Having a hand. Showing off is what I do. It's all I know. Whoa. They used to call me showbiz. Gonna do best what I do. Gonna show off like Smokey Bandit. You're jamming. Better shake a leg. Go it all on the dance floor. 2 steps back. Spin step right. Let's go. Gonna do what I do best. Acting a ham. Showing off is what I do, it's all I know. They used to call me showbiz. Gonna do best what I do. Gonna show off like Smokey the Bandit jamming. Better shake a leg, throw it all on the dance floor. 2 step back, spin step right, let's go. Gonna do what I do best, acting a ham. Showing off is what I do, it's all I know. They used to call me showbiz. Gonna do best what I do. Gonna show off like Smokey the Bandit jamming. Better shake a leg, throw it all on the dance floor. 2 steps back, spin step right, let's go. Go. Yeah. Gonna do what I do best, acting a ham. Showing off is what I do, it's all I know. They used to call me showbiz. Gonna do best what I do. Gonna show off like Smokey Bandit jamming. Better shake a leg, throw it all on the dance floor. 2 step back, spin step right, let's go. Gonna do what I do best, acting a hand, showing off is what I do. It's all I know. They used to call me showbiz. Gonna do what I do. Gonna show off like Smokey the Bandit jamming. Better shake a leg. Throw it all on the dance floor. 2 step back, step in right. Let's go. Gonna do what I do best. Acting a ham, showing off is what I do. It's all I know. They used to call me showbiz. Gonna do what I do. Gonna show off like Smokey and the Bandit gear jamming. Jamming. Better shake a leg on the dance floor. 2 steps back. Yeah. Like a dream on a sunny day, sounds clear as a bell, ringing into the new day. We can play in the hay, dancing between the rivers of life, dance in the river of time. That sweet ring sound of morning birds singing, like a dream on a sunny day. We can play in the hay, do other things in the hay. What's not good, let me out of the bag. We can play in the hay. Shut up and say nothing. What do we know anyway? Like a dream on a sunny day. Sounds clear as a bell, ringing into the new day. We can play in the hay, dance in between the rivers of life, dance in the river of time. The sweet rain, the sound of the morning birds singing, like a dream on a sunny day. We can play in the hay, we can do other things in the hay. What's not good, let me out of the bag. Play in the hay, shut up and say nothing. stars of light dance in the rivers of time. That sweet rain, the sound of the morning bird singing like a dream on a sunny day. We can play in the hay, we can do other things in the hay. What's not good, let me out of the bag. We play in the hay. Shut up and say nothing, what do we know anyway? Something hissing, can you hear the hissing, whining of the wheel? Shining, spinning, something missing, something hissing, all the kissing. Disappearing, it's unforgiving, standard of living disappearing, time to fix the rigging. Taste the brass ring when it should have been gold. Conversation could have gone farther. Something missing, can you hear the hissing, whining of the wheels, shining, spinning, something missing, something missing, something hissing, all the kissing.
That right there is auto-generated.
Disappearing, it's unforgiving, standard of living, disappearing, time to fix the rigging.
Discovered it last weekend.
Chase the brass ring. Chase the brass ring.
A little bit of cognac, yes.
A conversation would have gone farther.
It's just the player I'm using. Yes,
something missing, and you hear the hissing, whining of the wheels,
reacting to the song, you notice, right?
Something missing, something missing, all that kissing. Disappearing, it's unforgiving, standard of living disappearing, time to fix the rigging.
Yes, it is.
Chase the brass ring when it should have been gold. Our conversation would go farther. Something missing, can you hear the hissing, whining of the wheel? Shining, spinning, something missing, something hissing, all the kissing, disappearing, it's unforgiving, standard of living, disappearing, time to fix the rigging. Chase the brass ring when it should have been gold. A conversation would go farther. Something missing, can you hear the hissing, whining of the wheels, shining, spinning. Something missing, something hissing, all the kissing, disappearing. It's unforgiving, standard of living disappearing. Time to fix the rigging.
Hell.
Some point back in '89, in the pouring rain, coming back from festival on a Coleman camp show. In the pouring rain, words of similar birds talk on a limb, birds in the wind, landing in the snow. Blinded by this mountain tops, in a house of yesterday. We were looking for tomorrow. Ate some man, made some man. Back in '89, in the pouring rain. Coming back from festival on a Coleman camp show in the pouring rain. Had some span back in '89, in the pouring rain. Coming back from festival on a Coleman camp show in the pouring rain. Words of a similar birds talking on a limb, birds in the wind, landing in the back festival. On a Coleman camp stove in the pouring rain. Words of similar talking on the land. Birds in the wind. Birds in the wind. And on the snow, blinded by the mist. On the mountain in a hot house. In a house of yesterday. Be looking for tomorrow. At some point we ate something. Back in '89. In the pouring rain. Coming at the festival. On a Coleman camp stove. In the pouring rain. At some point back in '89. In the pouring rain. Coming back from the festival. Camp stove. In the pouring rain. Words of a similar bird talking on a limb. Birds in the wind. Landing in the zone, blinded by the mist. Let's make for the gate, share the spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Hey, you know my life fit in a storybook, like life's adventures taken, I did not shy. Unforgettable sights and rendezvous. She's in a blue dress, spinning the fiddler, screaming the pine knot. Alabama Valley, seen a girl in a blue sundress. Shared a spin, it's just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Of the fates, let's make for the gates. Share a spin or two. Just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Trading steps. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Let's make for the gate, share a spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Hey, you know my life could fit in a storybook. Life's adventures taken, I did not shy. Unforgettable sights and rendezvous. She's in the blue dress, been the fiddler screamed in the pine knot. Alpine Valley, seen the girl in the blue sundress. Shared a spin, it's just a twirl, maybe with a girl of the face. Let's make for the gates, shared a spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Trading steps, let's make the gates for share a spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Hey, you know my life could fit in a storybook, life's adventures taken, I did not shy. Unforgettable sights and rendezvous. She's in the blue dress, spinning the fiddler, screaming the of the fates, let's make for the rendezvous. The fiddler screaming the pine knot. Alabama Valley, seen a girl in a blue sundress. Shared a spin, it's just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Of the fates, let's make for the gates. Share a spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Trading steps. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Let's make for the gate, share a spin or two, just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Hey, you know my life could fit in a storybook. Life's adventures taken, I did not shy. Unforgettable sights and rendezvous. She's in the blue dress, Been the fiddler scream, been the pine knot. Alpine Valley, seen the girl in the blue sundress. Sure to stand, it's just a twirl, maybe with a girl of the face. Let's make for the gates, sure to spin or two. Just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Trading steps, let's make the gates for share a spin or two. Just a twirl, maybe with a girl. Hey, hey, you know my life could end in a storybook like adventures taken. I did not shy. Unforgettable sights and rendezvous. She's in the blue dress, been the fiddler screaming the pine knot. Alpine Valley, seen the girl in the blue dress. Share to spin, it's just a twirl, maybe with a girl in the face. Let's make for the gates. Share to spin or two, just a twirl. Maybe with the girl, trading steps. Share to stand, it's just a twirl. Maybe with the girl of the face. Let's make for the gates. Share to spin or two, just a twirl. Maybe with a girl. The sky opened up. The sky opened up, the bearded ones were looking down. We are watching you. We are sending this message. Don't give up, fight the fight, live in the light. Wish the plight away like moonlight shining down. Hope goes a long way. Fill your tank up, go for a drive. The sky opened up, the bearded ones looking down. We are watching you. We are sending this message. Don't give up, fight the plight, live in the light, wish the plight away. Like the moonlight shining down, hope goes a long way. Fill your tank up, go for a drive. The sky opened up, the bearded ones looking down. We are watching you. We are sending this message. Don't give up, fight the plight, live in the light. Wish the plight away like moonlight shining down. Hope goes a long way. Fill your tank up, go for a drive. The sky opened up. The bearded ones looking down from above. We are watching. We are sending this message. Don't give up, fight the plight, live in the light. Wish the plight away. Like moonlight shining down, hope goes a long way. Fill your tank up, go for a drive. The sky opened up, the bearded ones looking down from above. We are watching you, we are sending this message. Don't give up, fight the plight, live in the light, wish the plight away. Like moonlight shining down, hope goes a long way. The rock show keeps going and going, growing and growing. Some just wish it was over and over. They wish it was just fish, ground and ground down, how the house is rotten tomato. A twisted reality in the galaxy, better than here. They say it's a party, I say they are drowning in a centimeter of water. Dumb as a hammer, a bag of rocks, knew better. The Castle Rock Show keeps going and going, growing and growing. Some just wish it was over and over. They wish it was just fish, round and round down. The house is a rotten tomato, a twisted reality. In the galaxy would be better than here. They say it's a party, I say they are drowning in a centimeter of water. Dumb as a hammer, a bag of rock, do better. The Castle Rock Show keeps going and going, growing and growing. Some just wish it was over and over. They wish it was just fish, grinding round down. The house is a rotten tomato. A twisted reality in a galaxy would be better than here. They say it's a party, I say they are drowning in a centimeter of water. Dumb as a hammer, a bag of rocks knew better. The Castle Rock Show keeps going and going, growing and growing. Some just wish it was over and over. They wish it was just fish, grinding ground down. The house is a rotten tomato. A twisted reality in the galaxy would be better than here. They say it's a party. I say they are drowning in a centimeter of waters. Dumb as a hammer, a bag of rocks knew better. The Castle Rock Show keeps going and going, growing and growing. Some just wish it was over and over. They wish it was just fish, round and down. The house is a rotten tomato. A twisted reality in the galaxy would be better than here. They say it's a party.
I say they are drowning in a centimeter of waters. Dumbass, I hammer a bag of rocks, knew better. The Castle Rock Show keeps going and going, growing and growing. Some just wish it was over and over. They wish it was just fish, grind and ground down. The house is a rotten tomato. A twisted reality in the galaxy would be better than here. They say it's a party, I say they are drowning in a centimeter of water. Dumb as a hammer, a bag of rocks, do better. The Castle Rock Show keeps going and going, growing and growing. Some just wish it was over and over. They wish it was just over, grind and ground down. The house is a rotten tomato. Rotten tomato. Learning to grow roses, rewinding warts, breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses. What was given, not excuses. I'll keep pretending to not to notice. Wave of emotion, like wave rolling back. Pretending and digging, land all the fake, faking, spinning yarns all over town. Don't blow gasket. Getting lost in town, finding trouble in double time. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks. Breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses. What was given, not making excuses. I'll keep pretending not to notice. Wave of emotion, like the waves rolling back. Pretending and pretend land, all the fake, spinning yarns all over town. Don't blow gasket, getting lost in town, finding trouble in double time. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks, breaking barrier time and space. Learning to grow roses. What was given, not making excuses. I'll keep pretending not to notice. Wave of emotion, like waves rolling back. Pretend land, all the fake, spinning yarn all over town. Don't blow gasket, getting lost in town, finding trouble in double time. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks. Breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses. What was given, not making excuses. I'll keep pretending not to notice. Wave of emotion, like waves rolling back. Pretending, pretend land, all the fake, faking, spinning yarns all over town. No gasket, getting lost in town, finding trouble in double time. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks, breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses. Learning to grow roses, three wise men pulling corks, breaking
breaking the barrier of time and space, learning to grow roses. What was given, not making excuses. I'll keep pretending not to notice. Wave of emotion like waves rolling back. Pretending in pretend land, all the fake spinning yarns all over town. Don't blow a gasket, getting lost in town, trouble and double time. Learning to grow roses, wise man pulling corks, breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses, 3 wise men pulling corks, breaking the barrier of time and space. Learning to grow roses, breaking the barrier of time and space. 3 wise men pulling corks.
Wow, keep on that gone after with found like clear. Shouldn't be able to hear me now. Right. No, I don't hear an echo. Can you hear me? Or? Yeah, I was hearing myself. That is nuts. Excuse me. Oh, it's just moving on its own. That's crazy. Cool. Says I'm switched over so I have a smoke. Saturday. One day, like, no, that was strange visualization. That sounded winning. Like dead air. I was thinking socks, really seeing the boots going.
I got all these things. And I bought a two-pack. And I got four. So basically, that's the cable screws. When you got the cable screws, might. So house. And then I got really thick output cables, external. So yeah, so it has no center. It's cool. So yeah, it's doing its own thing. Check this out. It's just that's really put her there. That is weird. That is just yeah. That's really that was creepy. He's getting close. Yeah, eyeball. Seen that. Very. There you go. There's a tree. I got Pan towards the moon a little bit. There you go. There you go. Yeah, this, and teach me things. Just hanging. Nothing. Orange. Guys, see the moon. It was for night. Biggest one I've seen. That's pretty cool. I wish the camera was better. Moon face is very clear. That's my finger. There's the other moon right there. Yeah. Good fog ahead. No stars. Moon's fog. There are rings around the moon a little bit tonight. You can see that. There, get a screenshot. That was close. Close my phone. Yeah, so good. It's been a nice phase of the full moon 2010. Next couple of days we'll see the last quarter of the moon. See the street lights got that lit up. It's scary. Moving out. Douglas fir shadow. It's so tall. That's a good 150 feet tall. 150 feet more than that. At least. Maybe a little more. Yeah. Yeah, no cats tonight. Really surprised. It's 36 degrees out. Like one in the morning. Folks. I think I'll say good night here. There you go. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Thanks, sir. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Mickey.